Mission Spotlight, Miracle Hospital. Have you ever wondered how a hospital can be born out of prayer, a gift of land, and doors that God opens at just the right time? Today, we travel to Zambia to hear why pediatrician and Seventh-day Adventist church leader Mwate Wambazi calls the Chitandalumamba Adventist Hospital a miracle. By the grace of God, this hospital is Adventist, Mwate says. The name Chitandalumamba comes from a tribal chief who donated 10 hectares of rural land to build a hospital in northern Zambia. He gave the land to a nonprofit Christian organization that uses personal and corporate donations to construct infrastructure projects. The original plan was straightforward. When the buildings were ready, the hospital would be turned over to the Zambian government. But then the chief and the nonprofit approached the Seventh-day Adventist Church with a proposal. Could you take this hospital and operate it like you use Mwami Adventist Hospital to reach people with physical and spiritual health? There were clear conditions. The hospital and its land, located in Chibombo, Zambia, would be offered to the Adventist Church if the hospital would operate as a nonprofit, open within a year, and serve the needs of the rural community. It was donated to the church under those conditions, Mwate recalls. We were gifted the structure. The area around the hospital is filled with seasonal farmers. During the rainy months, they plant maize, usually only enough for their families. Extra income is rare. Before opening day, the Adventist Church installed floors and plumbing and dug wells on the grounds. Zambia's president, himself a Seventh-day Adventist, took personal interest, contributing some of his own funds toward renovations and attending the opening ceremony. His wife serves as Health Ministries Director for the North Zambia Union Conference. At the dedication in October 2023, President Hakainde Hichilema promised that the government would also help by funding a backup generator and a morgue. That promise mattered. In drought-hit Zambia, power cuts are frequent because hydroelectric dams lack water. 5 months later, the generator arrived and the morgue was under construction when Mwate met with Adventist Mission. Already, the hospital is proving to be a beacon of hope in the community, Mwate says. Our presence, and if we're able to offer slightly advanced medical care, goes a long way toward relieving the suffering here. Before this hospital opened, the nearest one was about 90 kilometers away by rough gravel roads. Only one ambulance served the area. Mothers in labor sometimes couldn't reach the distant facility in time. Now care is closer to home. Yet the miracle is still unfolding, and the next needs are very practical: a kitchen and a laundry. A kitchen is needed to prepare food not only for the patients but for their relatives, Mwate explains. In Africa, when a person is sick, the whole community comes together to support. If you go to the hospital, at least 5 people usually go with you. They need a place to eat. And a laundry with washing machines and dryers is essential for improved patient care, she adds. Right now, we wash under a tree. Mission means partnering with God to meet those specific needs. This quarter's 13th Sabbath offering will help the Chitandalumamba Adventist Hospital open the kitchen and laundry it urgently requires. In a very real way, offerings become food, cleanliness, dignity, and hope. Stories like Chitandalumamba's remind us that God doesn't only heal people, He also raises up places that serve entire communities. He moves hearts, brings partners together, opens doors in the public sphere, and uses His church to share health and salvation. Where there once were distance, rough roads, and lack of resources, God plants a light of hope. Thank you for planning a generous 13th Sabbath offering on September 27. Your faithfulness strengthens projects that open doors, support health education, advance evangelism, and create spaces where life choices can be transformed by God's power. If you believe in miracles, comment Amen and subscribe. This helps YouTube carry this message to more people. Your interaction strengthens the channel.